Are we on now?
I think so. Paul, are we on? Cool.
We're good?
Yeah,
Thanks,
we're good.
Paul.
We're good.
Cool. Nigel,
Kenneth.
how you doing?
Doing well. Doing very well. How about yourself?
I'm good. You know, I woke up this morning. Anyway, let's talk about that later. Hi there, everyone. Kenneth here again, and I'm here today with Nigel Baker.
Hi everyone.
Nigel's here today, and we're going to talk about some agile transformations.
Yes, we are.
Because we do that, right?
Yeah, we do. It's a job. It's good.
Yeah, it's cool. Nigel, and I can't help but noticing. Everyone. You can't see this right now, but Nigel is holding something.
Mm-hmm.
Something big and red between his legs.
What, this?
Yeah. Would you show it to the camera?
Really? Really want to show
Let's
it?
do it.
Sure?
Let's get it out right now. Let's
Okay.
do it, guys.
Here we go. It's this.
What the hell is that?
This is a transformer.
A what?
A transformer. So let me tell you a little bit about these things. I've had this transformer since I was a little boy. Very popular toy from the early 80s.
Right.
It's about a truck, boom, 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 boom,
Uh-huh.
that transforms into a robot.
A robot.
Awesome toy, very, very popular. Still making films to this day. And I would like to talk about how cool Optimus Prime is.
Optimus who?
Optimus Prime, that's who this guy is.
Okay.
Prime of Optimi. I'd like to talk about Optimus Prime, how cool he is, and how this is a fantastic metaphor for agile transformation.
Really?
Yeah, really, yeah. I put whole minutes of thoughts into this, and I think this is a brilliant metaphor to help us understand how organisations need to change.
And I understand, Nigel, you are the master of metaphor.
Oh, master of metaphor. I've never seen a metaphor I haven't mastered and butchered across the universe.
Let's do it. So how on earth is this thing here, this robot, anything like a transformation?
Okay, so there's a few different things to think about in terms of Optimus Prime. The first is his pre-transformed state.
Right.
Here, you can all see he is a truck. A truck.
A large, it's an American truck.
An American truck.
Yeah.
A cab, I think they call them in your home country.
Yeah.
A cab.
That's what I thought.
And so, when we start a transformation, what we need to be aware of is our existing state. We need to know who we are before we start changing.
Right.
The reason for this, Kenneth, is if we don't understand what we're changing from, how do we know that what we're going to change to is any better?
Cool.
You know, we won't know if we've got better, worse. We just won't know anything.
Sure.
And so we need to understand our general truckiness before we get going, and also understand, do we want to change from a truck?
Right. We need to make sure that we're a slow truck or a fast truck, right? Does that work?
I'm not quite sure that's the point I'm trying to make. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
So we have this truck. This is what we were before. Now we understand it. We understand that we don't want to be a truck anymore. We want to be something more effective, something more futuristic. There we go. And so what we like to do then is undergo transformation. Begin transforming.
Cool.
So
Can you do this? Can you show us how
I'm
it
going
works?
to give it a go. I think I remember how to do this. There we go. So at the moment we're transforming. Now look, there we go.
Cool.
It's not a truck anymore. It's not quite a robot yet.
Right.
It's kind of in between the two.
Yeah. Cool.
And
got it.
This is what I like to bring up. Sort of for me, one of the fundamentals in terms of organisational change. A lot of companies don't realise that 70% of change projects fail.
Right.
Now that's sometimes being misquoted in the industry as saying 70% of agile transformations fail. And I guess that's true in that agile is a transformation like any other, but it's not particular to our world. So I like to bring up John Kotter's work.
Yeah.
I believe he's a Harvard business professor.
Sure.
He talks about, as you know, as we've talked about this before, Kenneth, about the 7 errors often made in change, or the 7 success factors in an organisational change.
Of course, yeah.
Like, for instance, communicating vision, understanding what you're trying to change into. Hey, let's be an awesome robot.
Hey.
A guiding coalition, a group of people working together to make sure this change happens.
Sure.
Dealing with anchoring changes in our organisational structure, you
Mm-hmm.
know, building them into the structure of the organisation so things don't pop back, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And also making sure we don't declare victory too soon.
Sure.
You know, this is no matter how much we try and pretend, not a robot.
No,
And
way.
there's no point trying to half pretend this hybrid is. So we want to be careful of that as well. Because what we're very careful is when we're transforming is that we don't. If we stop, it's very easy for this transformation to pop back into the old process of old approaches, for the sort of agility to wear off and to become a truck again.
So does this robot pop back? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, it's a transformer. It doesn't pop back.
Oh.
But an organisation would pop back, obviously. With this one, I have to
right.
change it back manually.
But the robot doesn't pop back.
No, the robot doesn't pop back.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, but moving on.
Right.
And then, of course,
Sure, yeah.
then we go on to the transformed state.
Oh, right, cool.
So that's when it goes from being into a really cool robot.
Wow.
There we go, cool robot. Oh, his fists are missing. 1 second. Let's put those on. Mustn't forget those last touches.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. See that? Okay.
That's very good. Nigel, you've done that before.
Many times. There we go. A transformer. There he is. Arms, robot. More than meets the eye.
Optimus Prime there, ladies and gentlemen. Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime.
Right, sorry.
Okay, so now we're transformed. So now we've got ourselves in this new state, this final state that we're trying to achieve.
So you're saying that when we're an agile transformed company, we'll be this kind of killer robot called Optimus Prime? Is that what you're saying?
Not really. I guess as an agile business, we're kind of trafing on the opposition,
sure.
Smashing them. But that's not quite the point I was trying to make. I don't think we're going to turn into some sort of killer robot. An agile organisation would look. Well, I guess it would be.
Nothing like a transformer robot.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Actually, yeah, I would agree with you there.
Yeah.
But the point is not so much the state. Every organisation is going to look different. There's never going to be any two organisations looking the same.
Sure.
They're going to be constantly changing, constantly evolving, constantly moving forward. What I think is important is the idea of the transformer.
Oh, right. Okay.
Now, I've just realised when I say transformer, I don't mean this thing. That is a transformer, but that's not what I mean.
Yeah.
What I mean is the people who help the organisation change.
Oh, right, like me and you?
Yeah, like me and you. Like me and you, but also not like me and you.
Oh.
In that, well, we are going to be a part of that conversation, but the people who change the organisation, Ken, they're the people who work there.
The employees, right?
The employees, all of them as well. Not just the big bosses, but everyone's involved. Everyone's a transformer.
So we got lots of little small transformers? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, lots of little transformations all across the organisation, building this thing in a sort of evolutionary manner, creating it forward evolutionary. So all along the way, it's in a positive state. It never is left in some sort of half robot, half truck state, but always working constructively forward. Everyone contributing to the experience. Oh, okay. Everyone working as part of that world.
So really, transformer is the wrong word. Is that what you're saying? It should be more of an evolutionary change, right? So why the hell are we talking about a transformer robot, Nigel?
I think you're right, actually.
Okay, the master of metaphor there has spoken. Thank you very much for that, Nigel.
Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you.
It's been a really enlightening experience. Should we cut it there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see a beer?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you.
This has been a real treat today to meet Nigel. And you can get hold of Nigel. I will put his email address and his details here at the bottom of the screen, down here somewhere.
I've got a spare transformer if you're interested.
I'm not interested, Nigel. Never mind. Sorry. We'll do another one. So never mind. Thanks, Paul. We're done now. Thanks.
Cheers.
Got it.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks.
Banana.